All right, folks. Welcome back to our coverage here of the final, the men's senior final here at Chicago Gaelic Park. Teams are just out in the field. We're waiting for the national anthems, Parnells and the Pierces. So, I know, Scruff, you want to give a shout out to the Paul Cleary benefit.
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to everybody at home. I know all the lads and girls are watching in Dinish Free Bar in Ballintoher, my local. And this poster I'm holding up here is my good friend Paul Cleary, who unfortunately was in a horrific accident in Texas a few months ago. Paul is in rehab at the moment and he faces a lot of medical bills. They had a very successful fundraising at home in Ireland, and we want to do the same out here. When Paul lived in Chicago, he raised an awful lot of money for St. Brendan's Football Club, and he also helped me raise money for breast cancer. And you couldn't give tickets to a better man. And I know Paul is watching this down in Texas. And Paul, I know you're down in the dumps at the moment, but you can beat this. If anyone ever beat this, I expect you to walk into Gaelic Park again unaided and into the Innisfree and Ballintoher unaided, Paul. So in the next few weeks we're doing 3 fundraisers. The first one is 2 weeks from today. We're having a $100 draw here at Gaelic Park. The first prize is 10,000, and of course we're looking for support for that. If anybody wants tickets for it, they can call Fidel Maharan 708-774-7940 or myself 708-2890-293. We're also having a card game for Paul on the 2nd of September. The 21st of September. And we're also having a Texas Hold'em night coming up in November. So please support this. Paul, when he was living here in Chicago, he supported everything. He was a brilliant fundraiser. And Paul, once again, you're going to beat this. You're going to walk into Gaelic Park, as I said, and several other places. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing you. So I know it's difficult at the moment, but please keep the head up, and please everyone support this worthy cause.
Well said, Scruff. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great cause, and please everybody support it. Lovely guy, and of course his sister Bernie is here, living in Chicago. So yeah,
and
absolutely.
Also, John, I forgot to mention there's a meeting in Lanigan's at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. The draw has been organised by Vince Igo and Maggie Igo, and they're doing a wonderful job with it. We've already 500 tickets out. We're hoping to get 700 or more sold.
Right.
And we're going to have the draw the night of the North American final here, so it's going to be a big event.
Very good. Very good. Well, there you go, folks. You got all the details now.
John, I'd also like to say that we're brought to you today by the Eris Coast Hotel in Bangor, and that's the brainchild of Michael Coyle, and we hope to be there at Christmas. And if you're planning a trip over, the Eris Coast Hotel is a wonderful location. It's got 32 bedrooms, doubles, singles, anything you want. It's also pet friendly, even though... I'm sorry, we're going to stop for the national anthem.
Yeah. So we're just waiting now for the national anthems. Both the Irish and the US national anthems about to be sung. So here we go, folks. Well done, Mags. That's a great rendition of Star Spangled Banner and our own Naveen.
John, we have to say hello to somebody at home. There's a man here, Paddy Sheridan. His son Rory is playing for the Parnells, and he told me be sure and say hello to his lovely wife at home, Katrina O'Donnell. And there are a lot of them watching it in a bar in Kingscourt, County Cavan. So hello, Katrina. I'll hopefully be by for a cup of tea at Christmas. My cousin is getting married down the road. That was a very happy thing there, that a man would want to wish his wife happy birthday, or say hello to his wife, John.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I have an unhappy story for half time.
All right, well done. So hello to everybody in Cavan. Also a big shout out to the Fahys down there in, I know they're on tour in Mayo. Steve, Regan, Callum, Katrina, Eileen, all the girls there. And Steve, a great supporter at Tulse GA. And the ball is up and the game is on. So hello to all the Fahys. And we'll give you another shout out at half time. Straight away, Parnells into the attack. Conor Clark over to Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill lays it off now. Off to the number 10. Back to Tom Gillen. Tom Gillen now gives it to Barry O'Hagan. Barry O'Hagan, excellent in the first in the semi-final, and looking for another similar performance out of him today. And Parnell's now playing patient football. Tom Gillen, number 2, gets the ball on the Pierce's 45 and looking around him for support. He's got James Doherty behind him, and James gets the ball and is fouled by Petey McDade of the Pierces. Ball given to Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill injects some pace now into the attack. Strides across the 45, heading to the 21, but just drops short off the left foot into Cormac Sutton's hands. Cormac gets the ball out, and the Pierces go on the attack. Here is Dan McCarthy. Dan McCarthy now gives it to Rory Dwyer. Rory, the Dublin man. He gives it out on the far side of the field, out towards the midfielder there, Brian Donovan. Brian Donovan gives it across into Sean Jones. Sean Jones now faced by Michael McKiernan. Sean Jones looks up, looks for support, and gets it eventually from Daniel O'Mahony. Daniel now gets the return pass, looks up again. Once again, the Pierces playing patient football here, looking for a runner, but so far nothing just yet. Daniel O'Mahony gives the long crossfield ball over towards Colm O'Reilly. Colm O'Reilly, who's been very impressive for the Pierces so far in this championship, gives a lovely ball across, and he finds Brian Donovan. Brian Donovan, he's been ultra impressive for the Pierces,
very
and
nice
that's
score.
a lovely score for the Pierces.
Yeah.
And straight over the bar.
Yeah, you were talking about Colm O'Reilly there, the Leitrim man. He's been very impressive every game so far. That's a good start for the Pierces.
Great score from the Pierces, yeah. Sean Jones, the number 12, with the left foot, swung it nicely over the bar. So a good start for the Pierces. 1 point to no score. Luke Mulholland, the man from Antrim, with the kick out. Up goes Brian O'Donovan again, contesting with Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill gets the ball at the second attempt, fouled down by Brian O'Donovan, and Rian will take the ball, take the free himself, gives it to Conor Myler, the Tyrone man. Looks, and that's a hefty challenge there from the 6, from Stephen Feeney there, the centre back for the Pierces, and the referee is going to have a word with him. Martin goes over and says, "Come on, calm down. No need for that." So then, it's a great.
He'll have to get the book out a bit earlier, the referee today, because last week's game really got out of hand with the McBrides, and if this happens today, you will see guys getting sent off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he needs to.
Garrett Devlin.
Garrett Devlin. Now he was excellent in the first half, in the first game, in semi-final.
That's not a good one, Garrett.
Yeah, just straight off the left foot, and it goes out to the left and wide. So chance gone a begging there for. Chance gone a begging there where Garrett had an opportunity to level the scores up. Parnell's press, the Pierce's kick out, but Rory Dwyer loses the ball though. It's found its way to Conor Clark. Conor Clark now the number 12, but again just off the right foot.
A little bit of nerves early on.
Yeah, just pulled it a little bit, and goes to the left of the post again and wide. 2 wides then for the Pierces, or for the Parnells.
Val McMahon is doing umpire this game. He was linesman the last game.
Yeah, he's ultra.
I think himself and Colm Egan looks like those 2 fishermen in the early morning show.
And
this is Jack Bambrick.
Yeah, Bambrick gets the ball now for the Pierces out there in the middle of the field. Lays it off. gets it back once again. He's a big lad, this lad.
He's been one of their main men all year.
Yeah, he sure has. He gets it outside, and Pierces go long. Ball is given in towards Sean Jones, and Sean Jones once again. Yeah,
he was on his back.
So Jones has made a good start for the Pierces. Scored the first point and won a free. It's going to be a chance now for Colm O'Reilly from Leitrim. Whereabouts in Leitrim is he from, Scruff?
Right beside Carrick and Shannon.
There's a great town.
Yeah.
Great town for bachelor parties and for hen nights.
Yeah. It's as they say, it's the perfect meeting, the cocks and the hens.
There you go. You cannot beat it.
Itself and Westport is the two capitals.
That's nicely kicked in, and it's kicked over the bar. It's a good score from Colm O'Reilly.
This is a great start for the Pierces.
Great start for the Pierces, right? That'll settle them down.
Yeah, so as you know, John, our bar in Ballintoher is owned by Richie Harden, so you'll have to pay a visit at Christmas.
That's right.
Free.
Richie, a long-time resident of the Chicagoland area, and a great old character. Hello to Richie and all the Hardens back there. So, quick kick out then. Conor Myler shows in front of Brian O'Donovan. Brian will have his hands full with Myler today. I'd say he'll do a lot of running. Ball is fed in then. This is Barry O'Hagan. Absolute pace merchant. Look at him siding through this Pierce's defence. Still going.
Lucky there didn't get a free out.
Oh, and it's off the post.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's incredibly lucky for the Pierces.
Unbelievable look.
Yeah.
But he gets the ball back once again. Challenged again from both sides.
That's very good covering. That's brilliant covering from the Pierces.
Pierce has done well, pushing them out, but it comes along outside to James Doherty. James Doherty, Conor Clark. Conor now with surely the first score. Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Lovely score. But that's James Doherty took a heavy hit there. The
I think that was a free out earlier on with O'Hagan.
Yeah, he
already there's a bit of handbags in the middle of the field.
Yeah, bit of pushing and shoving there.
Rian O'Neill and his counterpart, they're getting to know each other. They're doing a bit of jiving there.
Yeah, Daniel O'Mahony.
You'd often wonder what it takes out of lads hitting each other in the chest, and we need some psychologist to gauge how much energy it takes away.
Absolutely.
Frankie Sheridan, of course, is trying to win this elusive for a long time. And
yeah, it'll be their first Chicago final in a long time. So, once again, Rian O'Neill and Daniel O'Mahony getting to know one another. Jack Bambrick and Garrett Devlin, similarly.
Yeah, you see, already the handbags are starting.
Yeah.
So, if the lady doesn't take control of this, it will get out of hand.
Yeah, he needs to be careful here now because both teams are bubbling.
It's happening downfield here too.
So then the referee goes over to his linesman and another hold up.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a quick word here.
Yeah, but you know, that's the problem with having a local referee and linesman. They all have to go to the bar after.
Yeah.
If you get someone sent off.
So we'll resume with Pierce's kick out after that score from Conor Clark. And 2 points to 1 in favour of the Pierces. So then Cormac Sutton for the Pierces kick out this ball. It goes long, and Jack Bambrick
kick out.
all on his own in the middle of the field, hits Brian O'Donovan. Brian faced with Conor Myler, lays it off to Rory Dwyer. Rory gets it back to Sean Jones. Sean now looks for room, can't get it. But eventually he's felled.
He's got a free in. Yeah,
and he's got a free in.
Yeah, they're working the ball good so far, the Pierces.
Absolutely. Sean Jones reacts a little bit there. The Parnell's boys wants to throw.
A bit of follow through there. And of course, my good friend David May from Sligo is out here playing for them.
That's right. Very famous name. Guitarist as well, which what was the name of the band?
David is number 11 there, and this is another score.
There's Patrick outside the door. Pat Cahill, or Cahill as we'd call him at home. I do, Pat. Come on in. Come on in. For all your excavating needs here in Chicago, Pat Cahill, one of the finest of all time. So then, that's another point for the Pierces. 3 points to 1. Luke Mulholland, the man from Antrim, with the kick out. This time, it's low, but it's poor again. Bambrick has it in the middle of the field.
David May.
Gives it to David May, the man from Sligo, to Brian Donovan. Brian Donovan now bearing down on goal. No one really coming to him, but
half blocked.
danger. But Mulholland does well in the goal for the Parnells, and he clears it out to Michael McKiernan. Lovely ball up to Conor Clark. Conor Clark, Rian O'Neill, absolutely unmarked. Cannot leave a man like this unmarked. Jack Bambrick tries to get back to get him. He's a man on his outside. Gives it to Aidan Rooney. Aidan Rooney tries to cross the ball, and it's caught there by Barry O'Hagan. Barry now kicks it, and it's got over the bar. Chance of a goal there. I think Aidan Rooney tried to play one of those passes across Scruffy where you'd palm it in, but
I think O'Neill on a second look at that, he probably should have cut inside himself.
Possibly.
And there was a goal chance there.
Yeah. But certainly the Pearses have to mind that Rian O'Neill completely unmarked.
Pearses are doing very well so far on their own kickouts.
Yeah. Daniel O'Mahony wins it, and he gives it off, and the ball eventually comes to Brian Donovan. Brian Donovan full of running. Nice footballer, this lad. Holds it up, looks around, gives it outside to his number 11, David May. May now gives it to Sean Jones. And Jones,
that's
once
a great
again,
score.
It's a great score.
Yeah.
He's in great form, this lad, Sean Jones.
Yeah, the Pearses are up for this.
4 points to 2. 4 points to 2, the Pearses lead it. And after about 7 minutes of play. So then, once again, the kick out is going all wrong for the Parnells. They're fortunate there to get it. Conor Clark, after a mistake by Jack Bambrick, gets it. Lovely ball in, and it's caught by Barry O'Hagan. This fella's deadly dangerous. He kicks it. Beautiful score.
Beautiful. That is poetry in motion.
Absolutely beautiful.
Incredible. He's no wonder he's the captain of the down team.
Yeah.
They're not going too well down at the moment, but he's the captain, and
that's a tremendous score.
He is an absolutely gifted footballer.
Yeah, tremendous score there from Barry O'Hagan. Really top class footballer. Kick out taken.
That's a great catch.
Great catch again over there in the middle of the field by Graham Fogarty. Referee said he was fouled. Graham will take it himself, and it's kicked in. David May once again, the Sligo man. Back to Jack Bambrick. Bambrick gives in a nice ball.
Oh, that's a great catch.
Colm O'Reilly.
That's a super catch by O'Reilly.
Yeah, they seem to be targeting that mark.
Yeah, he got hit in the air. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. They hit him in the air, but Colm O'Reilly has been one of the best players here this season, along with the record breaker last week,
Paul Towie. Yeah, he's been excellent for the Pearses, no doubt.
For people watching at home, if they think there's a lot of space, there's 13 aside.
That's right.
So you got
it's a different game.
One back and one forward less than the regular game.
Yeah, there's lots of space, so you've got to be really well conditioned, full of running.
Yeah, the wet day has affected the crowd. We estimate maybe there's about 2,000 people here, John.
Yeah, still a great crowd, considering the amount of rain we got last night. But
we're in the finest GAA stadium outside Ireland.
That's for sure. Absolutely right. And great facilities here, I keep saying. And
I see my good friend Sean Maguire over there. He owns the famous Cone ice cream shop on the north side.
That's right.
He wants me to go on the same diet that he's on. He said he's down 40 pounds. I told him check the warranty on the bathroom scales and get it reset.
Yeah, fair play to Sean. Good character.
I see Kevin Brady is over there as well. He told me there's actually a team coming in from the Cayman Islands. But I found out more afterwards. It's actually his bank manager from the Cayman Islands is coming in. I think he's a brother of Alan Freeman's, the Mayo player.
No. So
usually you don't get any financial news out of Brady. You'd get more news out of a shredded Sunday World.
That's right.
But he was telling me that during the week, and it's incredible. 122 teams are going to be here.
It's going to be a great feast of football. There's no doubt, and hurling as well. It's absolutely. So there's a break in play here while Colm O'Reilly gets some attention.
He's not badly injured here. He got a really hard knock there.
He did. He got a good wallop, all right. So he's.
There was no book out. I don't think. He really got that from behind.
So
it's not looking brilliant here for him.
No, it's not a great sign when they're and he's not moving either.
He's getting up now.
He seems to be helping him up. Seems to be helping him up. I don't think he's going to be able to continue.
This is not looking good for Colm.
No, That's not good.
He's turning the other way towards. This is not looking good. This is a devastating blow for the Pearses.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastating.
That's a huge blow. One of their main men.
Yeah.
So, Colm O'Reilly being carried off, unfortunately, after that clash. And, we'll keep you posted who they're going to sub on. So it's...
I think I killed the wasp only half. He's deadly.
That one goes in and goes over the bar. So Pearce's lead extended out once again to 2 points. And 5 points to 3 then.
Yeah, well, it's not looking good that Colm O'Reilly has any chance of returning. I guess they've taken him into the dressing room.
Yeah, no, it didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, Luke Mulholland gets the game going again. Rian O'Neill underneath it. But it falls kindly for him at the second attempt. Conor Myler is there as well. Conor gets the ball across to James Doherty. James Doherty now turns and heads for goal. Crosses the 45. Looks up, sees support coming. And it comes in the form of Aidan Rooney. Aidan Rooney. Look, Barry O'Hagan behind him. Conor Clark, actually. Conor Clark now uses Michael McKiernan, the Tyrone man, All-Ireland medal-winning Tyrone man, gives it off to the Cross Midland Rangers man, Rian O'Neill. Gives a diagonal
good
ball.
covering from the Pearses. Very good
Pearce's
covering.
men there covering. And out comes Don McCarthy with the ball. He hands it off to his full-back, Daniel O'Mahony. Daniel now with a lovely ball, lovely weighted ball down towards Sean Jones. Once again, the Pearce's tactic seems to be hit that man in and get the marks and then take your scores. So it's worked for them so far. And Sean Jones has had a fine start to this game. He scored a couple of points already and a chance to put another one up on the board now. He kicks it in. It's high and it's curling, but the referee and the umpires say it's gone wide.
Yeah, another man watching at home, John. He has a great record of a player in this town, Jack Sheedy, the former Dublin player, played for me in '91. It's hard to believe it's 31 years ago.
Hard to believe. Great footballer he was indeed. Jack, and a great character.
Also, my cousin Finn Barr is watching it in Dundalk Garda Station.
Yeah, there you go.
No, he's not incarcerated, bollocks. He's a detective.
Kick out is taken anyway. Rory O'Dwyer gets the ball, but Rian O'Neill is there trying to rob him. Rory gets it back though, and the Pearces retain possession. And their number 6, Stephen Feeney. Stephen Feeney now lets it off, and it comes back towards Dan O'Mahony. Dan O'Mahony now looking up, looks for support, doesn't see anyone yet. He hands it off to Brian May. May now back to Sean Jones. Sean Jones back to Daniel O'Mahony. Daniel now crosses the 45, hands it off, gives it to David May. David May tries it from a long way out, but unfortunately not one of his best.
Not one of David's better. Stephen Feeney is the man got the puncture, John.
Stephen Feeney was the man with the puncture, yeah. We'll have to have a chat with him after the match, and we'll tell him that he's in line for new rubber. So, referee goes over, Martin Delaney, and has a word with Rian O'Neill and Daniel O'Mahony. They've been getting to know.
He's really standing up to him physically here. He's a big man, O'Mahony. He's not as big as O'Neill, but he's in. Here he comes again.
Yeah, Rian O'Neill does well there, avoids the challenge. O'Mahony comes back for more, but that's a lovely ball up towards Barry. A beautiful take.
Took it well.
Really did well. And he's skinning Don McCarthy, gets in behind him, looks for help. Oh, Conor Myler just couldn't take it in a stride. And now it's referee said no, there was holding.
I don't know about
inside. Might have been a slight hold in a jersey or something, but very slight, but it's a free.
Very soft one, I think.
Free for the Parnells. That was a lovely take from Barry O'Hagan, beautifully took up in his left hand.
He's an absolute gifted footballer, Barry O'Hagan.
Tremendous footballer.
I think this is his third stint out here.
Yeah. Garrett Devlin pops it over the bar. 5 points to 4 now, the Pearces lead. 1 point. So then Cormac Sutton gets ready to take the kick out. The Parnells press up, and eventually it's
he's doing really good at the kick-outs, actually.
Yeah,
he's doing really good.
Rory Dwyer done well there, showed well for the ball, and the ball.
That's a bad turnover.
That's a bad turnover there. Aidan Rooney gets it, does well, gives it outside here, and that's a poor attempt at a pass, but Tom Gillen And yeah, Tom told to give it with the hand there.
Yeah. I think he touched it on the ground.
He might have. It's a free down to the Pierces anyways, and Rory O'Dwyer.
There's all Tom Gillen's family is from Ballintor as well.
That's right, famous place. So Rory O'Dwyer kicks it in short towards Brian O'Donovan.
Good
Referee
ball.
sort of gets in the way of Conor Myler's attempt to tackle. However, Sean Jones will be ticked for over carrying, and the Parnell's defence done well there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annie. Beautiful. Another can of the good stuff.
Huh?
So
I can't hear you.
Conor Myler then gets proceedings underway once again. Takes possession of the ball.
Yeah,
takes
Myler has
on.
been quiet so far.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing as much running, but I expect to see more of him as the game goes on. So then, out it comes here, Rory Sheridan gives it up. Lovely ball to Barry O'Hagan. Barry O'Hagan gets away, and he's clear. And the Pierce's defence will have to get back fast here because this fella has pace to burn, and Brian O'Donovan says it was shoulder to shoulder, but the referee said no.
I would probably have agreed shoulder to shoulder also.
It's
But anyway, it's given.
it's a free in, but Barry O'Hagan has serious pace, and once he beats that first challenge, it could be curtains for your defence. So then another opportunity for Garrett Devlin, the man from Tyrone, with the big left foot to kick this one. Garrett, I think it's his third time out here. Regular visitor to these shores for the summers. Great footballer, great leader on the field. Here he comes now with the left foot, and that's a beauty.
Yeah, you got it.
Beautiful score. And that ties up the game. 5 points each. 5 points each it is. And about 17 or 18 minutes gone in this first half. Jack Bambrick once again shows for the ball.
Where the ball was going to land.
And it's going to be a free. Referee says
Clark was hanging out of him.
he was hanging out of him. So Rory Dwyer once again looks for somebody, has to turn back, and he finds his centre back, Stephen Feeney. Stephen back to Rory Dwyer. Rory now looks for support, lives a nice ball up towards Sean Jones. Sean Jones straight away onto the right foot, but it goes straight across the face of the goal and wide.
Incredibly ambitious kick.
Yeah, probably should have held. He had more time there. He should have held on to it. And
you can tell that Riley is missing here already. They haven't picked out a new target man in there.
Yeah. Colin Riley was a huge loss for the Pierces. There's no doubt about it. Kick out from Luke Mulholland. Comes out this side, and it's David May there and Rory Dwyer, but Rory is tackled by Reen O'Neill. Reen wins the resultant line ball.
He's taken about 10 yards here, but he's not getting away with it.
But,
he's a huge man.
He's a big man, surely. I wouldn't like to be trifling with him. Gives a lovely ball across the field. Beautiful ball right across there to Barry O'Hagan. Barry, the number 15, gives it to Aidan Rooney. Aidan now evades one tackle. Gets it out to Reen O'Neill once again. Reen will probably fancy a pop. No, decides against it. Garrett Devlin gets it. Gets it at the second attempt. Looks up, looks for support. Beats one man, gets it onto the left foot, and that could be a cracking score. Oh no, it just drifts outside the left-hand foot. Yeah, just hard look there. Great attempt, but yeah, the Parnells are slowly getting a foothold in the game, I think.
They are, yeah.
That's a poor kick out. Conor Myler will take the resultant line ball. Man from Tyrone. James Doherty looks for a pass, but he's covered. Conor now looking for somebody. Eventually it comes back off Conor Clark to Conor Myler. This fella, he'd run like a greyhound, run all day. Gives it to Reen O'Neill. Reen O'Neill, the Crossmaglen Rangers man, gives it back to Conor Myler. Conor now onto the left foot, looks up, looks for help.
That's good cover.
Good cover by
That's
the Pierces. Very good tackling. And eventually Rory Dwyer.
You should have allowed the advantage there, probably.
Probably should have. Brian Donovan was in acres of room, but anyway, it's a free out. Martin Delaney says free, and that's it. So free out and relief for the Pierces. Bright start to the game, Scruffy.
Yeah, it's very evenly matched, but I keep saying it's a huge loss that Colin O'Reilly has gone off.
Yeah, over it goes towards David May, but the ball bounces past him there, and it comes to Rory Sheridan. Rory now gives it back to his goalkeeper, who in turn gives it to Michael McKiernan. Michael tries to take on and beat number 10 for the Pierce's Graham Fogarty, but Graham fouls him. Aidan Rooney comes deep for the ball, shows it, goes again, and then turns back and gives it back to Michael McKiernan. McKiernan now looks up, strides up the middle of the field, strides past the halfway line, gives it off to Conor Clark. Conor Clark looks for that ball in towards the forward line. Oh, Barry O'Hagan, but just misjudged the bounce, just bounced straight over his head. So fortunate there for the Pierces. They collected in their own full back line and they clear it out, and it comes over the far side of the field to Don McCarthy. Don now raids down the far side of the field, gives a long pass over towards David May. David May turns, gives another ball in towards Sean Jones.
That's
Sean Jones very closely marked once again.
I would think that's a foul.
And, well, the referee let it go. The Parnell's defence gets the ball out. Michael McKiernan out towards Conor Clark. Conor Clark on this side of the field with Rory Dwyer. And Conor pulls him down. And
That's a bookable offence all day long.
Yeah. Conor is going to be spoken to. Been impressed with Rory Dwyer so far, Scruff.
He's really getting forward, and he's not afraid to go into any tackles. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's no place to be out there if you are.
I think that was a black card for Conor Clark. I do believe.
It is a black card.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's a
thought
big
it was
call.
a yellow, but it's a black card.
It's a black.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes for Conor.
Yeah.
So Parnell's.
Can they take advantage of that?
Yeah, down to 12 men now for the next 10 minutes. So that's a blow for them. That's a poor pass though, and it's cut out by the Parnell's defence. Michael McKiernan gets it.
Sheridan cut it out.
Yeah, and James Doherty carries it on. Aidan Rooney. Aidan now looks up, looks for help, gets it out this side of the field to Rory Gallagher. Rory now gives it to Conor Myler. Conor Myler gets past his man Brian Donovan. Brian comes back for more. Conor looks up, looks for help.
Mark and Myler are good actually.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's it. He's going to give a free in here.
Jack Bambrick is fouling Barry O'Hagan.
Yeah.
So free in from a extremely kickable position.
Yeah, they've now taken back Bambrick to Mark O'Hagan, and that's a huge gap in the middle of the field for them.
Yeah,
because he's one of the best players they have. Oh my God, there's another black card. Huh?
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's incredible. How could
It's
he
a
get a black card?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I couldn't see it myself. Maybe he was something before.
I don't know. Now just 2 black cards inside 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a big call by.
The good thing with the black card is you can come back on though.
Yeah, but that's a reprieve for the Parnells because they were down a man.
Yeah.
And Bambrick is a huge loss because, like you said,
Absolutely.
he was. He's a big man in defence and attack for them. So anyway, on we go. Garrett Devlin then, the number 14 for the Parnells, straight in front of the goals, 21 yards out, makes no mistake, straight over the bar. The Parnells lead then 6 points to 5 for the first time in the game. They take the lead, they hit the front. We've a man down inside the 14-yard line. I think it's the number 2, Don McCarthy, for the Pierces. Needs some sort of assistance, and the physio runs out to help him out, but he jumps up and says, no, I'm okay. So it's intriguing first 20 minutes or so in this game. We've had 2 black cards.
Yeah, very close. Nothing, no point given or
yeah, absolutely. Ball hits the referee there, so Martin Delaney will throw it up. So out comes Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill will do battle.
They did good to get at the Pierces.
Dan O'Mahony. He gets it back to his number 4, Johnny McCarthy. Johnny now back to Dan O'Mahony. Fine footballer.
Yeah.
Big lump of a man, this lad.
Yeah.
It's it onto his right foot, gives a crossfield ball, but it'll come all the way across to Sean Jones. Sean Jones, he's been a bright opening. Kicked a couple of poor wides though. Faced up there by Michael McKiernan. He delivers it back to Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan now takes on Rian O'Neill, gets past him. Conor Myler faces up, pushes O'Donovan back. He gets it out to his midfielder, Peter McDade. Peter McDade now looks up, decides to take a step back. Rian O'Neill on him like a wasp. And
it's a good decision. He took way too long.
Over carried the ball, yeah. Rian O'Neill, you don't want to.
He had every chance to get rid of it. When you're up against Rian O'Neill, you get rid of it.
That's right. Rian O'Neill goes high in towards Garrett Devlin. Devlin,
well, that's well done.
Pushed off the ball though, and the Pierce's lads come away with it. Out it comes then Johnny McCarthy once again, gives it back to his centre back Stephen Feeney. Stephen now gives it over to Graham Fogarty. Fogarty back to Feeney. Feeney crosses the halfway line into Parnell's territory. Stops, go back, and looks for help. Petey McDade is the midfield partner. Takes it. He crosses into Parnell's territory. Crosses the 45. Gives it off to Fogarty. Fogarty right-footed.
Oh, that's a great point.
Good score.
Yeah.
Good score by Graham Fogarty. Ties the game up once again. 6 points apiece. Yeah. This is going to be close, I'd imagine. Both teams really up for this. So then,
a place in the North American semi-finals at stake.
Absolutely, in 2 weeks' time. So it's a big-time game, big-time result on the line. Luke Mulholland with the kick out for Rian O'Neill once again.
A
great catch again by Brian Donovan.
Brian Donovan is a savage player.
He's playing really well, really well, and he's had a great start to this first half, but the Parnells managed to turn it over, and Brian undoes all his good work by a crazy challenge on Conor Myler around the neck.
This is another black card, I would think.
Well, I wouldn't discount it because the way he's been dishing them out. Oh,
I don't like the way Delaney catches him.
Yeah.
If that was a policeman, he'd be losing his job.
Yeah, that I imagine some very stern words from Martin Delaney there for Brian Donovan.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't some kind of a card.
Yeah, because it was a reckless tackle. And anyway,
no doubt Myler will survive. He's one tough cookie.
No doubt. Great engine. This lad will run all day. He's like the road runner. Conor Myler gets the game underway once again.
Well, that's a horrible ball.
Terrible ball though. And Daniel O'Mahony.
They're wasting a lot of ball, the Parnells, around the middle of the field.
Terrible. On to Stephen White. Back to Daniel O'Mahony. In
David
it
May
goes
got it.
to David May. He fights and wins it. Onto his right foot.
That's an absolute...
It's back off the post. And out again. Could it be a goal?
Yes.
It's a goal. It's a goal for the Pierces.
Goal for the Pierces.
Huge.
Parnell's absolutely asleep there.
Absolutely. Ball off the post in a
huge
huge
away
moment.
at the very last seconds.
Yeah, that's a huge score for the Parnells.
Absolutely huge.
In a game like this, a tight game like this, it's crucial.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. So, once again, full of drama here. That's a goal and 6 to the Pierces, 6 points to the Parnells. Kick out from Luke Mulholland. Rian O'Neill goes up into the air but doesn't get it. Ball comes back out. Sean. Rian O'Neill's hand was out there. And Sean Jones went down. The referee didn't say anything.
Didn't see it.
Play continues. On it goes with Rory O'Dwyer.
That was a hard hit.
And it eventually comes across again to Sean Jones. Sean Jones to Rory O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer back to Jones. Jones now on the right foot. Kicks it high.
Point.
And that's a good score.
Yeah, the Pierces are really up for this.
They really are.
You know, they don't have many county players. They do have Bambrick and
it's
they got the goal at a vital time.
A crucial time, yeah. So it's certainly putting it up to the Parnells now, the pre-match favourites, to come back into this game. 4 points behind, 1-7 to 6 points. Luke Mulholland with the kick out. 2 Parnells men down here. Conor Myler calls for the mark, gets it, gives it to his county partner Michael McKiernan, being shadowed by Brian Donovan. Brian Donovan adjudged to have foul Michael McKiernan. McKiernan will leave the ball down and he'll call over Rian O'Neill, and they'll look to Rian, I'm sure, to calm the nerves here and maybe go for a score from this.
Yeah, they need a score to settle them now. They're gone out of the game for the last 8 minutes since they scored.
Absolutely, yeah. The Pierces have rattled them,
Yeah,
and they're getting in amongst them.
The Pierces have another man on the subs bench, Desi Moan, who gives Trojan service to Monaghan. I always loved him as a half-back going forward.
Yeah, and he's a great impact sub to have. He's
This will be a
performed
big
well.
kick from O'Neill.
Here it is. 50 yards out,
Oh,
but
that's a bad kick.
it won't come back in.
That's a bad kick. That takes
Out it
energy out
goes.
of the team. Yeah. That is not a good kick.
That is not a good kick, is
No,
right,
it's not one of his better
unfortunately.
ones, but
So
he's an
It's,
absolutely huge man.
it's half time. The referee calls for the ball, and half time then in the senior final.
That went so fast, John.
It went very fast. Sign of a good game. 1-7 to 6 points at half time.
We do hope Colin Riley is okay, that he's not too badly injured.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a terrible shame to see a good footballer like that having to go off. But yeah, it's going to be an intriguing second half. The Parnells have to rise it now, Scruffy. So we have a shout out here to Rob Tierney and the Pittsburgh GAA. They're watching in their car, I believe, on their way home from Rochester, New York, from the Midwest Championships. And congrats to them for sweeping all 5 trophies. So well done to Rob Tierney and all involved in the Pittsburgh GAA, and safe travels all the way back from Rochester. Also, beers available for the North American finals. The Guinness Middix Harp and brand new Guinness Zero. It's a huge hit in Ireland and the UK and is now available all over the US. And all the taste of Guinness without the alcohol. There you go, Scruffy. That should be stuff that we should be drinking.
Yeah, I know. We should be doing that. Should be doing that with every single drink.
We should be, is right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephen, Regan, Fahy and Callum. Callum, of course, was out here 2 weeks ago. Just went home a few days ago there. So hope you're enjoying the game. Lads, Steve, a great supporter of Tulse GA at home. Has been to Chicago a few times.
Is he here now?
He's not here now, but he said he's coming out again next year. He travels over and back.
Right.
He had a couple of incidents with me, and he's afraid to meet
Yeah.
me. God help him.
He's afraid to send the sun out to you again.
So big shout out anyway. So I hope you're enjoying the game. But it's a great game of football, intriguing game of football, Scruffy. It's in stuff in ways, lots of mistakes, but there's some great football as well.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a physical game, and the Pierces are matching them. Like you have 3 serious county men there for the Parnells. You have 4. You have Myler and McKiernan, and you have Rian O'Neill and Barry O'Hagan, and all 4 of them it'd be challenging to get any. Well, of course, Myler is the player of the year last year,
Right.
and you know, Rian O'Neill will get on any team in
Any
the country.
county team.
But you know, as we've seen it several other times here, the home-based players really come through on the big day here.
Yeah.
You have Rory Moan managing the Pierces, one of the best forwards ever played here. And boy, he has them ready. They lost the first game and haven't lost a game since. So that's how well they've played. I've been very impressed by the fitness of them in the last few games as well.
They're very disciplined, and their tackling is very impressive. Their defence,
Yeah.
I think the way they swarm around the Burnells lads.
Yeah,
has
and
been impressive.
my friend from Sligo, David May, it was definitely Sligo's loss when David came out here in 2012. He was just after about to get on the county team, and he's not as fast as he used to be, and he's struggling with injuries, but he's a very smart player yet.
Yeah, he's acting as a great link man in there. He's a good target man.
Another guy that's really impressing me is the Limerick man, Bambrick, number 9. He's really good at going forward, and he always tackles back.
Absolutely, yeah. The Pierces have been impressive. They've come with a game plan and it's worked, and they've rattled the Parnells.
So now Parnells are in a position that they haven't been in quite a while, that they're 4 points down at half time, and it depends on how they react. At times they have found it hard to keep the discipline. So will they keep the discipline today and fight back? Myler, to me, has been much more quieter than usual. He's not making as many runs forward, and maybe it's because he's not let, but he is going to be vital in the second half here, and so is O'Neill. They've kind of quietened down Barry O'Hagan a bit too, since Bambrick came back playing in front of the full back line.
Yeah, he's
O'Donovan I'm very, very impressed with as well, from Cork.
He's been excellent. His pace
absolute great player.
He's been able to stick with Rian O'Neill and Myler on a couple of occasions. So I think the Parnells have to switch it up a little bit. Maybe look to getting a diagonal ball across to Barry O'Hagan, or getting him involved with quicker ball.
Yeah,
I think.
Of course we heard the horrible news from home, John, about the Tipperary hurler Dylan Quirk. It's just incredible how a fit man can just die out on the field. But
terrible.
I guess it's maybe the same as Cormac McAnallen years ago. But
it's a story. It's a story that's all too common. It's a terrible tragedy for his family and all involved in Tipperary GAA. It's a terrible shock for his playmates and everything else. There's Rasher, all the way from Clare,
he's gone down to get sausage and chips.
We've been joined there just momentarily by Maggie McEldownley, of course, the beautiful ex-Rose of Tralee. Once again, great to see you.
Come on in for a minute. No,
come on in. Come on in.
Maggie, come in.
I was texting Maggie last night to see if she was around town last night.
We were down for a minute, Maggie.
We were down on the north side, and
we love beautiful girls.
We certainly do.
You got somebody else.
We certainly do. So you had a nice weekend break, so all good in the Upper Peninsula.
Upper Peninsula was great, yeah, and happy to make it back in time for the match. So
you're doing well, actually. It's quite a hike.
Yeah. Well, we made it and we're here, so yeah, looks like it's a great game.
It's a great game. It's very entertaining. It's very tight, tense, and I expect a very high octane second half. So hopefully it won't let us down. So
who are you shouting for, Maggie?
I'd have to shout for the Pierces.
Oh yeah, the north side team. Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta grab you an Amstel for the second half.
Yes, you do. I'm going to hold you to that now after the game, for sure. I mean, how often do you have a beautiful girl like this offering to buy a beer? So there you go, folks. Maggie McEldownley, thank you so much.
Maggie.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Maggie.
She's a great girl. She always obliges with a few words, and she's great. So of course I can't leave out Annie, who has been hauling drink up to us.
And
all day.
Mary is the camera lady.
Mary Redmond here. Her sister is doing wonderful work, as I've always said, on camera and sound and everything. So well done to both Redmond ladies. They're fantastic. Paul Duggan is there all the way from Dungarvan. Yes, kid. Great character. And maybe Paul, you might come in and say a couple of words. What do you think of the final so far?
Well, I think I'll tell you right now, the Parnells have it all to do in the second half.
Yep.
That Pierces are a strong team, boy.
Very strong. They have come with a game plan and it's working.
And it's very well for them, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're very well set up, Paul.
Oh, very well. And a lot of them are home-based players too. Like, there's no all-stars in that team.
Right. Which helps sometimes. Yeah.
Well, this will be a huge disappointment if the Parnells don't win this after recruiting that many players at home.
It will be actually a sad day in Chicago for the Parnells to lose
Not
today.
only have they 4 county players here, but they have 3 of the Kilcoo team that won the All-Ireland Club.
Well, there you go again. I mean, you're talking about class there, big time.
Absolutely.
Frankie Sheridan can't be blamed. The manager, he has recruited the team. He's not out on the field, so it's up to them. So, Paul, I have to ask you this. Waterford were second favourites for the All-Ireland hurling. What happened?
They just fell apart, John Joe. They were used. It's up clear. God Almighty, we thought we'd walk through them.
Yeah.
And they never showed up at all.
Never showed up. Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
there's a bit of war in the camp.
I think so.
Who do you think will be the manager now?
They're saying Mallumpy now, Stephen Mallumpy, but who knows?
Yeah.
'Cause the talent is there.
Oh, guaranteed. Hutchinson, look at Ballygunner yesterday. How they
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a fine team. They're just missing a bit of glue to get them all together. And
there's no finish in them, I think.
yeah, they need
the big day gets to them.
Yeah, they need a bit of metal, and they need the finish on the big day.
I mean, they were nearly there in 2017 playing Galway.
That's right.
One
score.
That's right.
But I mean, Bennett was gone off in the first half, and they had to bring on Mara Shanahan.
That's
he
right.
hasn't got the legs
A sniff,
for an hour.
He's not like Dan.
No, not even close to Dan.
Yeah.
John Milan.
Oh, Jesus, the way.
I love John Milan commentating.
Oh, Oh, does
Brilliant.
every man. I love me county.
I can't tell you one thing.
Anyway, guys, I'll step
Yeah.
aside now and lay
What
the
does he call your neighbours? The Wexicans. The Wexicans are on again, boys. Yeah, well, fair play to you, Paul.
Thanks,
Thank
Paul.
you very
Thank
much. Yeah, Paul Duggan there, all the way from Dungarvan. Great character here on the south side.
And
So,
of course, we have the controversy at home, John, about Shane Walsh.
yeah,
He wants to join Kilmacud. Of course, some of the old-fashioned guys at home, and some of them will be watching this. They'll be saying, "No, he's a traitor" and all this. I think he's given 17 years to Kilkieran and Clonbear. He should be allowed go for a year or two.
yeah.
He doesn't get paid for this. You know?
I've spoken to Galway fellas, and there's very much divided opinion on it. Like you said, I think it comes down to traditional views versus, the more modern take on Gaelic games, and this is the way the game is going, I suppose, and I suppose it's not fair to say that he's shown a lack of loyalty to Clonbern and Kilkerran, but
you have managers coming 150 miles to manage a team, and they're not doing it for nothing. But you have players coming 4 or 5 nights a week for the same journeys, and all they're getting is 60p a mile.
That's right. Yeah, so
he's not doing anything for the money here. You're going to hear things. I heard the other day that Kilmacud were giving him a house. Jesus,
I don't think that's
cop
true.
on, lads.
But he's a wonderfully talented footballer, and I suppose the positive thing for Galway is that he's obviously got a good 3 or 4 or 5 years left in him.
I was really surprised that he's 29. I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, he's a little older than you think, but he's a wonderfully talented footballer. And you can understand these lads. They want to go out, they want to win county titles, and they want to win medals and cups and stuff. So, as you said, it's not really about the money, but it's
so there's
divided
no word
opinion.
on Roscommon getting a manager yet.
Not yet. There's no word. I spoke to a couple of people the last few days, and there's a couple of lads inside the county that might be interested, but nothing concrete yet. So it's going to be, there's some high-profile jobs begging around the country. You have Donegal, you have Mayo.
Yeah. Well, Roscommon is high-profile because you have a very high. You have one of the best sponsors in the country, Sean Mulryan.
That's right. Yeah, Sean, great fella, neighbour of my own.
And
up there.
I'm hearing that Anthony Cunningham is going to be named the Dublin hurling manager in the next 48 hours.
Well, there you've heard it here first, folks, and I wouldn't be surprised. I know Anthony has a great love for hurling, and in fairness to him, I thought he'd done a good job with Roscommon.
Yeah, he did his best. Yeah,
we won a kind of title with him, and we won a league final, and so let's look forward, and hopefully Roscommon will get a good manager, and look forward to next year.
Yeah,
the teams
we'll be back here 2 weeks' time. We'll be here on the Saturday and the Sunday for the
North American
semi-finals and final. It's going to be an absolutely incredible weekend.
It will indeed. So the teams are coming back out, Scruffy, for the game, for the resumption of the second half, and the Parnells lads coming out here, very determined looking, huh? Oh, Dylan Ward is into the fray for the Parnells.
A hell of a sub to be bringing in.
He's a great footballer, this lad. Absolutely full of running. He'll run all day.
We don't know who's gone off
Loads of pace. So, we'll have a look and see. Is it James Doherty that's gone off? No, James is out there. Not sure who's gone off, but we'll have a look and see.
They seem to be putting Myler forward and more forward now.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gone in the back section. The next score now is going to be very
crucial. Yeah.
I'm looking at the size of David May here on Rory Sheridan. He's huge.
He's a big man, all right.
Of course, Paddy Sheridan, his proud father, is down in front of us here, as we already said hello to his mom.
That's right. Paddy, a great character. I met him.
David May has given huge service. Nobody would begrudge him a medal either.
Yeah. Met Paddy Sheridan for the first time the other night, and great old character from Cavan, out here years and years ago. So lovely fella, and of course Mike O'Boyle there from Ballina.
Yeah, former boxer.
Former boxer is right. Very talented boxer.
Yeah, so they haven't brought Carr back on, even though his 10 minutes is up.
Right. Well, I'd be.
And I wonder is.
So Martin throws in the ball, and straight away Reno O'Neill He's adjudged to have fouled P.T. McDade, and Daniel O'Mahony will take the resultant free right on the halfway
There's another
line.
sub for the Pierces.
And
Number
Pierces,
24.
Stephen White.
Good player.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
on.
here's
straight
David
away.
May.
David May now on the right
Oh,
foot.
that's a beauty from David May.
That's straight over
And
the
plus
bar.
some 5 up.
That's a big score, yeah. 1-8 to 6 points.
Yeah,
So
he's-
11 points
As
to
I
6.
said, he's a very smart player, David.
Quick kick out from Luke Mulholland. Comes out this side of the field now. Out as far as Rory Sheridan. Rory now, number 4, gives it to Conor Myler. Conor faced with Brian O'Donovan. Conor now runs, takes it on. Oh, sandwich there.
That's a
And
sandwich. Wow.
This is going to be a card for sure for
Yeah,
the Pierce's number 2,
yeah.
Dan McCarthy.
Boy, Myler takes savage abuse. I don't
Yeah.
know how he gets up after all this.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, the
This
conditioning you
is-
need.
I'm presuming this is yellow.
I'd imagine so. It was a very hard tackle. Yellow card for Dan McCarthy.
Yellow is correct. I don't see Jack Bambrick back on the field, even though or maybe his 10 minutes
Quick,
are not up.
quick free taken, and it comes to Conor Clark. Conor Clark now back on, and it was his black card. Back to Reno O'Neill. Reno O'Neill trying to pick it up off the ground. Has trouble doing so, but he gets it off to Barry O'Hagan. Barry tackled from
Nice
behind.
push,
but
nice
does
push
well,
at the right time.
does well. Gets
Here-
it back to
Here's
Conor
Myler.
Myler.
Here's Myler again.
Myler now takes it on. Looks inside. Brian O'Donovan takes it with the left foot.
That's
He
a great
kicks it.
score.
That's a beautiful score.
Yeah.
Beautiful score from the Tyrone man. Straight over the bar on the left. Really well done. Created a little bit of room out of nothing. So then Cormac Sutton for the Pierces with the kick out. Poor kick out, comes straight to Rory
Bad kick
Gallagher.
out.
Straight to Reno O'Neill. Reno O'Neill, Dylan Ward. Dylan Ward now gets it. Gives and goes. Rory Gallagher. Barry O'Hagan bursts in from the left hand side. Cuts inside the number 2. Goes for goal. And it's a wide ball. It's wide.
Yeah, that's
There
a great
was-
tackle. Great tackle put in at the last minute.
Yeah, just at the last
Superb
ditch.
tackle.
Yeah, and Barry O'Hagan bearing down, but he's deadly dangerous, this lad. Any bit of room at all, he's
Jack Bambrick
full of
is
running.
back in now.
Yeah, Bambrick is back in, and he's gone straight on to Barry O'Hagan
Yeah.
once again. But that's one thing the Pierce is going to have to watch out for, is O'Hagan's speed.
And they're back to 13 each now.
Yeah, back to a full complement. Out it comes Graham Fogarty, does well.
Takes it well.
Gets the ball at the second attempt, and it's kicked down off Conor Myler, and it's a line ball. Taken quickly.
Oh, that's a quick.
Great ball into Daniel O'Mahony. Daniel O'Mahony is a man inside. Sean Jones is free. If he takes him, brilliant save. Brilliant
Absolutely
save by
brilliant save.
Stephen White. Stephen White has it, but he's fouled,
Free
and
in.
it's
free
outside
in.
the big square. I think it's a free.
Oh, it's a free in, and he's very lucky that he takes it quickly. Now he's going.
No, he's
that
given
is
it.
absolutely stupid,
Yeah,
because
that
he
was
had a
stupid.
chance to put them 5 up,
Yeah,
and he goes for a goal.
that was a foolish
very
decision.
foolish. That could come back to bite them yet.
Yeah.
They had every chance to settle it down and go 5 up.
So then a let off there for the Parnells. 1-8 to 7. 11-7. 4 points the difference. Reno O'Neill up against Don O'Mahony. Reno O'Neill fouled by O'Mahony. O'Neill takes it quickly. James Doherty. James Doherty's free. He's bearing down on goal. James Doherty going right through. He gives it off. It's fished it. It's in the back of the net.
Goal. See?
And it's a goal. It's 8 to 7. 11-7. 4 points the difference. Reno O'Neill up against Don O'Mahony. Reno O'Neill fouled by O'Mahony. O'Neill takes it quickly. James Doherty. James Doherty's free. He's bearing down on goal. James Doherty going right through. He gives it off. It's fished it. It's in the back of the net.
Goal. See?
And it's a goal. Free. Sees something in the middle of the field. Dylan Ward, as the judges have fouled Rory Dwyer. And now it's really heating up here. 1 point game here in Chicago Gaelic Park between the Parnells and the Pierces. Long ball given in. It's Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan out on the far side of the field. And a tussle there between Michael McKiernan and one of the Pierce's lads.
It's
And
another free
McKiernan,
in.
McKiernan is adjudged to have fouled
Yeah,
him.
he's going to get booked here too.
And it's the Sean Jones again. Sean Jones has been causing an awful lot
It's
of
actually
trouble.
Myler is going to get booked, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a
No,
card here. It's McKiernan.
No, it's McKiernan.
Yeah, there was a challenge off the ball, and McKiernan adjudged to have dragged down. Interesting.
Black
This
card.
is black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not a black card, I don't think. I don't know.
I mean, there was
I
plenty
don't
of
know.
defenders behind him. I don't know. It's another rule, Scruffy, that seems to be open to interpretation, and different referees have different looks on it. But Michael McKiernan, 10 minutes in the sin bin. We're halfway through the 6th minutes. 5.5 minutes gone, so they'll be without him till the 15th minute.
Oh,
Lucky enough there, that went in off the post for Sean Jones, and it's gone over the bar anyways for the Pierces, and they lead 1-9 to
you
1-7.
cannot afford to be losing men at this stage.
Yeah, that's
There's too much on the
foolish.
line here.
foolish.
But McKiernan has been playing on the edge a long
He
time.
has. He's been on the edge in the semi-final there, but that challenge just a little bit too fair. Quick kick out. Conor Myler beats Brian O'Donovan to the ball and gets away. Hops it, gives it off to Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore with the blonde head, very distinctive looking. Raids down the far side of the field. Into a clash of water there goes Stephen White. Dylan Moore with it. And unfortunately
well
for
wide.
Dylan,
Yeah.
it's high and it's wide. So the crowd, a big cheer from the Pierce's contingent over on the far side of the field as Dylan Moore kicked that one high and wide. So then Cormac Sutton with the kick out. Jack Bambrick looks for it, gets it. Dylan Moore comes to him, and Rian O'Neill, he leaves it off to Stephen White. Stephen White looks across this side of the field, and it comes to Johnny McCarthy. Johnny McCarthy now gives a high hand pass to Don O'Mahony.
Oh,
Don
it's a lovely
O'Mahony
ball.
running right through the middle to Brian O'Donovan now. Ooh, that's
I think that's an accident, actually.
That's
He
an
slid into
yeah.
his boot, I think.
he did. Yeah, that was
I think that's unlucky
just
there.
a
now.
nasty accident there. I hope Brian O'Donovan is okay.
Yeah,
was-
and that's why he doesn't have the book out. It was an accident.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Parnells lad slid in. He slid into the Parnells lad. Thankfully, he's getting up. That could have been really ugly because he was coming at such pace, and the Parnells lad, was committed to the tackle, but nothing untowards. A free in, and free into the Pierces. Chance to go 3 points up. Sean Jones, he's been great so far. Missed 1 or 2 in the first half, but other than that, he's been very solid. Here he comes, right-footed, and it's
That's a
gone
bad
to the
miss.
west. Oh,
I don't know why he didn't let David May take that, or
that's a poor miss.
Colin Gallagher would normally have been taking them.
Yeah, that was a chance to
That's
go
it,
3 up.
Yeah, and
So the Parnells will be looking to win this kick out now and get the momentum back. Kick out taken out towards them.
There, you're lucky.
Yeah, you're lucky to get away with that one. Connor Clark, Dylan Ward, right at the halfway line. Dylan Ward with the blonde head puts the foot down on the gas, attended to by Rory O'Dwyer from Dublin. Gets it. Still Dylan Ward lays it off to Rian O'Neill. That's the pop pass, and Rian tries to get the ball up. Does at the third attempt, but he's tackled from behind by Dan O'Mahony, and the referee adjudges that's going to be a free in to the
I
Parnells.
don't know about that one either.
Yeah, he maybe the fact
maybe
that
he
he came
crossed
from
his arm.
yeah, he came from behind and crashed his arm. I think that was probably what done it. But it's a great chance for Rian O'Neill and the Parnells to get within a score, a point of the Pierces. So number 12, Sean Jones, is being substituted.
Must be injured.
He must be injured. That's an incredible decision because he was.
They
was a-
haven't introduced Desi Moan yet either.
It's over the bar by Rian O'Neill, and the ref's attention is being called. But he's playing on. The goalkeeper, Luke Mulholland, is down, and eventually he calls play back. And Luke Mulholland was down on the ground there. It looks like he took a bang to the head. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see it. But I think he wants attention. And Martin Delaney goes back. And
He's going to talk to the umpires.
Yeah, something.
Or he's actually not going to have a word with them.
I thought he was
He
going
just
back
wants to see is he okay.
Yeah. So I
Still
think
in the balance.
still very much in the balance. 1-8 to 1-9. 1 point game here at Chicago Gaelic Park. Pierce's lead by 1 point, and it's an intriguing final. Parnells bring everyone back behind the ball. Jack Bambrick gets it in his own full
It's
back
incredible
line.
that they're not pressing the Pierce's kick out.
Yeah, straight up. They're letting them have possession. Dangerous tactic. Ball sprayed out wide, and eventually it's let in to the number 14 there, Adam Loughran, who's come in for Sean Jones. Adam Loughran.
David May.
Great ball for May. Turns and drags it. Why didn't he take the mark?
Oh, he should have taken the mark.
Should have taken the mark there. That was foolish. Yeah.
Should have taken the mark.
He again. That's
This is
two
a couple
great
of
chances.
times now. Yeah.
Two great chances for the Pierces to stretch their lead, and they've missed both. So then, after 10 and a half minutes of the second half, we're a 1 point game. 4 points down at half time. The Parnells have roared back into it with a goal and a couple of points. 1-8 to 1-9. Luke Mulholland kicks it out. Out it comes towards Conor Clark. Conor Clark wins the ball. Loses possession, but illegally so. Rory Gallagher picks it up, gives it to Conor Clark. Conor Clark looks, says to Dylan Moore, go backwards, I need help, but not quick enough. So then Barry O'Hagan makes the run in the full forward line. Ball goes down, he's followed there by Jack Bambrick, and Barry O'Hagan fails to get the ball under control.
Free out.
I think it's a line ball.
Yeah.
Stephen White here in his own full back line gets it.
It's amazing the retreating the Parnells are doing.
Yeah, they're not pressing them at all yet. Rory O'Dwyer gets it in his own half back line, faced by Reno O'Neill. Low ball in towards Adam Loughran once again. Loughran wins it well. He done very well. Here comes Dylan Ward, and again Dylan. Free. That's a foolish free to give away, and he had him turning the wrong way. Didn't need to do that.
No.
So Dylan gives away a free.
David May is going to take this.
Yeah, the Sligo man is coming out, and he's going to have a pop. Looks like he's going to put it on the ground. So then this to go 2 points in front after about 13 minutes of this second half. This intriguing final between two great rivals, north and south side rivals, the Pierces and the Parnells. Here comes David May. Kicks it.
He got
and
it.
again,
wide again. Wide. Oh, that's a bad wide, David.
And that's 3 poor wides now from the Pierces in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. They're
really handing the initiative to the Parnells if they can take it. So Luke Mulholland now. So Reno O'Neill seems to have pulled towards the forward line. He's pulling out towards this side of the field. Ball won't come his way. It goes towards Dylan Ward. Dylan goes up for it. Just doesn't get there. Well caught though by Rory Dwyer. Brian O'Donovan gets it. Looks to get onto his right foot. He gives a pop pass, but it makes it to Adam Loughran. Adam jinks around his man, going through, and it's foul.
That's a penalty.
And it's a penalty.
Here's the game on the line, John.
Adam Loughran has been a massive thorn.
David May is going to have the game on the line here right now.
Yeah, this is to go 4 points
up. It seems to be Donovan that's going to
Donovan will take it, yeah.
This is game set and match if he scores this, I think. But it's a long way to go yet.
Long way to go. Probably about 17 or 18 minutes anyway. And this is crucial though. Brian O'Donovan, the Cork man, against the Antrim man, Luke Mulholland. Here he comes. And puts him the wrong way.
It's a great goal.
Great goal. It's in the back of the net. So the Pierce's lead goes out to 4 and 2-9 to 1-8. That could be a huge turning point. Huge mistake to let Loughran turn and get inside the defence. He's got bags of speed.
There was enough of them back,
Yeah, poor challenge again, poor decision making. James Doherty makes the run. Ball comes out towards Reno O'Neill. O'Neill goes up, but it evades everyone and it makes its way to Stephen White. And Stephen
White's having a great game.
He's having a good game. Here comes May again. He's challenged hard.
Oh, well done, David.
Evades 3 of them. May is bearing down on goals now. This could be another crucial moment in this game. Here comes May. He's 14 yards out and over the bar. Just got under it, and it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, he was going to give it inside. He done the right thing.
He took the point.
I think he might have gone for the goal.
Looked like he was.
But again, very slack marking.
Yeah. Three Parnells lads.
A lot of people have complimented the Pierces on their conditioning, and it's shown here.
Yeah, absolutely. So 210 to 1-8, 16 points to 11.
McKiernan should be coming back on pretty soon.
I would think. Yeah, any time now, I think, in the next minute. So a quick kick out, Dylan Ward. Dispossessed though.
Oh, another bad kick out.
This could be dangerous. Rory Dwyer gets it off to Loughran. Loughran
Oh, this is
pops
great
it
ball.
up.
Goal
great
on.
ball, and it's in the back of the
Goal.
net.
Goal. Oh, this is incredible.
Yeah,
this is
Fogarty.
absolutely incredible.
Graham Fogarty with the goal for the Pierces, and this was absolute disaster for the Parnells. 8 points down now with 15 minutes to
Frankie
go.
Sheridan looks worried here. This is unbelievable that they've down tools here, John.
Totally, absolutely down, and there's man down
Now it's a bit
down in the full back line.
Yeah. So now it's up to the umpires here. What are they going to say? Trevor Kane is an umpire.
I didn't see what happened there at all. So
what is going to happen here now?
So an injury there, a man down. It's Stephen Feeney, the man from Leitrim, Drumkieran, who's down injured, and Martin Delaney and the umpires Trevor Kane and
Colm Egan.
Colm Egan having a word. So there could be more cards to be shown here if the umpire's seen something. So the referee
Colin O'Neill, I do believe. He's having a word with the
having a word
linesman.
with the linesman. Yeah,
I mean, did they see it or did they not see it?
it looks like
There was a lot of stuff not seen last week as well.
so. Eventually,
Now the card is coming. He's gone. Who is
it's
going to
Rory
get this?
Rory Gallagher, I think. Is it?
No, it's the number 13,
Oh, it's Aidan Rooney.
Aidan Rooney. I would think this is not good for him if he hit him off the ball. And Delaney has obviously gone on what the umpires decided. A red
It's
card.
a red card.
That's disastrous for the Pierces. That really
absolute
is
disaster.
disastrous.
Yeah.
And you know, they've got away with a lot of ill discipline the last day as well. That is absolutely crazy. Why would they take off this man Garrett Devlin the way he was playing as well? I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, it's now you're going to have hell for leather the last 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
So look at this in the middle of the field.
middle of the field, free for all. But anyway, Michael McKiernan is back on and has the ball. They need something now special from their big stairs, that's for sure. McKiernan, O'Neill and Myler.
And he loses the ball.
Loses it, but gets it
again.
back. He knows well. In fairness to him, he done well. And this is more of it. This is absolutely ridiculous stuff. I mean,
now, yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
Following through like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, on with the game. Rian O'Neill, right-footed, in it goes, but that's a poor ball. Easy pickings for Cormac Sutton. Sutton clears it out to Petey McDade, out to Stephen Feeney. Feeney now, there's number 6, gets it back to Daniel O'Mahony. O'Mahony out this side of the field to Rory Dwyer. Rory now settles it all down, takes a couple of solos, looks up, Dylan Ward.
very
marking
impressed
him.
by Rory.
Yeah, he's had a great game today. He gives it over to the number 15. Desi Moan is on.
Now it's up to them to manage the game now.
Desi Moan on the field.
Yeah.
And Parnell's now, or the Pearsons now, just
Desi Moan is about to get the ball.
playing possession football. This is
Oh, he
Desi
didn't get
Moan
it
now, 39 years of age. Gives it off to Jack Bambrick. Bambrick faced up by Dylan Ward. Bambrick now turns once, gives it off, and it's over there to Adam Loughran. Loughran once again runs at James Doherty.
Oh, I feel
Gets past him. Bad match up here.
Oh,
jeez.
what a goal.
What a goal.
What a goal.
Absolute stunner.
That is absolutely a match-winning goal.
Yeah.
Wow,
Absolutely.
that is absolutely crazy.
Unbelievable.
I do not believe the scoreboard here.
It is incredible. Who would have thought it? So the Parnells then, they've got about 11 minutes left to perform an absolute miracle. So then, ball goes back to Luke Mulholland. Mulholland gives it outside, and it's Caleb Doherty. Caleb is on, gives it to Michael McKiernan. Michael McKiernan now with the ball on his own 45. crosses, looks across the field, sees Dylan Ward available if he wants him, decides to go instead for, and once again, it's a two-man challenge there, and Michael McKiernan not very impressed with the tackle that he received from the Pierce's player, and
but he's absolutely wasting time at this stuff as well. I mean, get on with it.
Yeah, but it was definitely an illegal challenge, and frustration coming out of Michael McKiernan.
Yeah, they kind of it's another black card.
Yeah, Desi Mohan gets the black card, and
there's more cards here than at a poker table.
Yeah, it's fierce.
Unreal.
But
he's got a black. He's fine. And McKiernan has got another black card, has he? Huh?
I don't know what the story there is.
What colour was the card?
I didn't see him showing a card to McKiernan, but
he's off again here.
Black card.
Jesus. Oh, wait a minute. 2 blacks in the same game is a red, isn't it? It is. Yes, it is.
So Michael McKiernan is off. A red card then for McKiernan, and it's a black card for Desi Mohan. And substitution over there.
Feeney is going off to a huge round of applause, and rightly so.
Yeah.
Pierces are going to use the bench now. They're going to run down the time. The linesman has something to say here now. Not much.
So Martin Delaney comes over to his sideline, to his linesman, and anyway, on we go. Caleb Doherty, it is the number 19 for the Parnells. He gives it in long, in towards Rian O'Neill on the edge of the square, but it's fisted out there by the Pierce's defence, and it's Brian O'Donovan who gets it.
They covered it very well.
And
it's going to be a 45.
That's going to be a foul. And there's another. Oh, it looks like he made connection.
There's another off the ball, and what is he going to do now?
Yeah, that didn't look great.
The last.
So I think it's a 45 anyway. He didn't take any action there.
No.
But
45.
Anyway, 45 for Rian O'Neill.
He's going to have to lob it in because the point is no good.
They need goals. They need goals, and they need a few of them. Up it comes, and Conor Clark, but it squirts out, and it comes to Caleb Doherty out here on this side of the field. Ryan Johnson is in the game for the Parnells, so they're throwing all the dice at this stage. Rian O'Neill lobs it in again to the square, but it's caught in there, and the referee is blowing his whistle, and he's I don't know, is he giving a free or is he giving a throw ball?
I think he's throwing a throw ball, I think.
Yeah, throw it up. So ball comes to Dylan Ward. Ward out to Caelan Doherty. Caelan to Rian O'Neill, and Rian O'Neill taps it over. So then, with less than 7 minutes left in this game, it's 1-9. This game it's 1-9.
Now it's starting again down there.
It's 1-9 to 4 goals and 10 points. So there's 10 points between them.
Yeah. Well, and the Pierces cannot afford to get involved in any fisticuffs now with the North Americans coming up. Once again, Martin Delaney is going to speak to Trevor Kane. That didn't speak for about. Yeah. Martin is speaking to the umpires again. The last time he spoke to Trevor Kane is about 7 years ago in Lanigan's.
So, again, another pivotal moment here.
Yeah, what's going to happen here?
What's going to happen here is right.
Yeah.
So another substitution coming on for the Parnells.
Who'd want to be a referee, John?
I know. Darren McGordon is on for the Pierces.
Yeah, you know, you'd want police protection to be a referee.
Absolutely. So he's calling Conor Clark over, and Dylan Ward, I think.
This has gone from bad to worse for the Parnells.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
It's just as well the Chicago gangs are not looking at this, or they'd come out and operate here.
Well, yellow card apiece.
2 yellows now
for Ward and Clark.
Delaney's report will nearly take up a full yellow pad. So
then we'll resume with another kick out from Cormac Sutton as soon as the referee has finished doling out cards. Another one for Petey McDade of the Pierces. So Away we go.
I don't know how we are for time, John, with all the stoppages.
Well, there's less than 5 minutes on the clock, but there's going to have to be
yeah.
probably 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of injury time. So.
Yeah, but it's an incredible scoreline.
Incredible.
Odds-on favourites are down by 10 points.
Yeah,
so
absolutely incredible.
It just shows you about county players and.
Yeah, who would have thought of Conor Myler on the sideline below
Conor
us
Myler
here?
has been substituted. He's on the sideline. Michael McKiernan is on the sideline.
So it's So the Parnells now absolutely need an absolute miracle, and they need possession, and they have a free. Caelan Doherty.
David May is penalised for touching it on the ground.
Gives it to Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore now faced up by McGurden. McGurden puts him out towards the sideline, does well.
That's good covering.
Ward does well though to retain possession and gives it back across. But that's going to be a poor ball.
Oh, that's gone wide.
And
I
Ryan
don't know why
Johnson.
they would have taken off Myler if unless he's injured.
Yeah.
But he just never got going today.
Never got going, I don't think. Yeah, that's the football out here. It's you've got to show up and you've got to win these matches, and nothing easy. So then kick out once again for Cormac Sutton out to the middle of the field. David White gets it.
David May.
Or David May onto Bambrick.
Here's Jack.
Bambrick has it now.
He's coming
gets
again.
onto his left. And that's
absolute
over the
beauty.
bar.
Yeah.
Over the bar.
Yeah, this is incredible for the Pierces on their 30th anniversary.
Yeah. Really came from nowhere in this championship.
That is correct.
So then, out it comes once again, but it's Stephen White all on his own.
Stephen White's had a great game.
Great game.
And so has David May.
Yeah. May now, out from the 45. Lovely.
Oh, that's an
floating
absolute beauty from 50 yards out.
Beauty.
David May has been here so long, and nobody will begrudge him a medal. I'm not saying it because he's from Sligo, John. He's one of the nicest lads in the town.
Yeah. Great score now. Yeah. But really and truly, it's icing on the cake at this stage.
His father,
because
Kevin, had a bit of illness there. I'm delighted that he's getting better. I hope he's watching at home.
Good. So away come the Parnells again, but they need something miraculous at this stage. So Caelan Doherty running at the Pierce's defence.
Why Caelan Doherty isn't getting more time too.
Over to Johnson. Ryan Johnson now.
Ryan Johnson only come on too. That's a terrible ball.
And poor ball. It'll be retrieved though by James Doherty. James gets the toe under it, gives it to Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore now looks up again, and in it goes, floats it in, off the post. But it's there, and it's
very well covered. Had three guys.
McDade gets it and gives it out this side of the field here to Fogarty. Fogarty now tackled hard by the number 5 for the Parnells. He's downed.
Yeah, he's all right. He's
only
taken the far side again. The far side again. You know what I mean?
And Reno O'Neill involved over there. So referee again puts out
has
the
to
hands.
pull them apart. You know. The Pierces do not need to be getting involved in this, and the North Americans coming up.
So then Jack Bambrick with the free takes it over to Petey McDade. Petey McDade now gives it back to Bambrick. Bambrick looks up, looks for support, gives it back to Rory O'Dwyer, who I think is probably the man of the match, to be honest with you. He's had a great game.
Yeah, Rory's had a great game. Super game.
O'Mahony as well has had a great game.
Yeah, Bambrick. Bambrick is, as John Keeney would say, that is a man. Bambrick. Donovan, great game.
Out it comes this side of the field. McGurden to Fogarty. Hard challenge there by Caelan Doherty. But Pierce has retained possession. McGurden now with the ball. Gets inside. And
that's a great score. That's a super score.
Yeah.
This is an incredible scoreline.
Yeah, absolutely. Who would have thought it? Incredible is right. 4-13 to 1-9. Quick kick out to James Doherty. Referee says hold on, too quick. And it's just not happening for the Parnells. Everything they've tried just hasn't worked out. And the Pierces came here with a game plan, as I said, at half time, and it's worked absolutely to a treat. So in fairness to them, it's a great performance. But Barry O'Hagan won't give up. Gives it to Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson now cuts across the field, bypasses Reno O'Neill, gives it to back to Reno O'Neill. Reno O'Neill back to Johnson. Johnson now looks up, goes for the score himself, but this is going to tail out to the right and it goes wide. Yeah, very disappointing from the Parnells, I have to say, in the second half. They started the second half so brightly with that goal and got it back to a point, but really and truly then after that.
Yeah, I think normal time is up, John, I think.
Yeah, it is, yeah, we're into injury time.
But
So
there could be 5-6 minutes with all the Shamazlan that went on.
yeah,
Pierces are bringing on another sub the far side right now.
I don't think there's much difference. Oh, geez, that's an awful attempt at a kick out. The Lord Almighty save us.
Very lucky to get away.
Very lucky to get away with it. Might not get away with it just yet. Connor, Clark, and that's a poor effort.
That's a poor effort, yes.
Yeah, the stuffing has gone out with the Parnells, I think, now at this stage, you know.
Yeah, you'd have to feel sorry for Frankie Sheridan after the recruiting he done, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
it's a lot of work put in, and it's a poor performance in a final like this.
It's harder to run a club out here than at home because you have to call a load of people for players.
That's true.
Pierces are empty on the bench now to bring the lads in. That's good.
Yeah, celebrations are beginning all the way over there. Mentors and supporters alike.
This man had a great game too.
Yeah, Loughran, since he came on, he's been outstanding.
He had a super game.
And he wins us free, and unfortunately straight out over the line. So then Caelan Doherty takes it quickly, comes over, gets the return pass. Jack Bambrick tries to get as far as him, but Caelan Doherty is fast. He gives it to Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson now solos, but he's going across rather than cutting through the defence, and it's over and back sort of stuff. Parnells try and build from the back.
They're not penetrating like they were the first half.
No, Barry O'Hagan decides to go long in towards Dylan Ward.
Barry is just frustrated at this stage.
Just can't get it.
The Pierces are working it out good. They're managing the time here good.
They certainly are. And Graham Fogarty over there tries to wind down the clock a little bit, and he's fouled. And really, it's, I think, immaterial at this stage now, Scruffy. I think the men in green, they're taking the cup north for sure. But as you said, who would have believed the scoreline?
Give the North American a fair crack if they keep the team together.
Well, if they can keep the team, that'll be the key.
Don't have to go back to work or something. Here's our man again, David May.
Here he is. He's been great in the second half, and
you can't beat a bit of class. Doesn't matter how old you are.
Held up the ball really well for them.
Here's Jesse Moan.
Moan out in front, and he's got a runner. Dan O'Mahony gets the ball.
Look at Jesse Moan running, and he's 38 years old. Wow, that's
Barry
incredible.
O'Hagan there came across him and took him out, and it's going to be a free in to the Pierces, and it's as I said, icing on the cake at this stage.
It'll be just a tap over here.
That's all. Just a tap over is right. I see the ice bucket is being dished out to Sean Tobin on the far side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The man is want to give him more with ice.
Yeah. This is going to be a famous win for the Pierces.
It's going to be brilliant for Rory Moan.
Yeah.
He has recruited a savage team here, and not too many county lads.
Right. Absolutely.
Credit where credit is due. It's been it's got to be one of the most disappointing days in the Parnell's history.
Absolutely, yeah. So much expected of them, and
looking down at the lads here, they're devastated. The whole lot of them.
So that's a point. 4-14 to 1-9, and
scoreline.
Yeah, it's not a scoreline we would have expected, for sure. So then, 26 points to 12, and certainly a humbling second half for the Parnells, no doubt about it. Out it comes. Conor Clark goes to compete, but can't get the better of Ryan O'Donoghue.
The man you have named and the man of the match gets it again.
He does get it again. He's been fantastic today.
David May is again.
May. And he'll just turn around and play down the clock. They'll play possession football now for the few seconds that's left before the referee. That's a great ball into Bambrick, but he just can't manage to get it. And the Parnell's defence will clear it. And eventually, and that's it. And it's all over. Here at Chicago Gaelic Park, a win for the Pierces, a great victory for them.
Yeah, the Parnells are going on to shake hands with them, and they're worthy winners.
They are worthy winners. It was a tremendous fourth quarter performance, I'd say.
Yeah, incredible.
The Parnells started well in the second half. That third quarter, they got the goal, they got it back to a point, but they really fell apart after that.
They're taking their defeat well.
Yeah.
Conor Myler has gone over to shake hands with all the lads.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be disappointing for them, but sure. Look, I see Colm Riley.
Colm Riley
is back.
On
his knee
crutches. Hopefully, he's not too bad.
Yeah, his knee is bandaged up heavily, so hopefully it's not that bad of an injury. He's putting a little bit of weight on it, so. But it's great to see him back out on the field at the end of the game. So, and nice to see the Parnell lads going over and
to a man they're taking their defeat.
Shaking hands with them. Yeah, for sure.
They had a hard physical game, but it's over now. And
that's it.
You know, the best team has won.
That's it. Absolutely.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts when you look up at the scoreline.
No, there's no doubt about it. That's for sure. And there'll be huge disappointment in the Parnell's dressing room, I'm sure, after the game.
Yeah,
and
but that's football.
That's football, absolutely. So we'll wait now. I see John Bridges out there, chairman of the Chicago board, and presentation will be imminent here. And Pierce's lads.
Yeah, they're gone delirious and rightly so. They've won it on their anniversary.
Absolutely, 30th anniversary. It's a great.
No one gave them a chance coming in. I'd say they were only 4th in the betting. But they've won it fair and square.
Absolutely. So I think it was an entertaining game, though, Scruffy. I thought. I know it went a bit flat there in the last, and it was scrappy in the last 15 minutes or so. But
yeah, it's amazing. It was. I don't know. They'll have to ask a lot of questions why they fell apart. The Parnells, they had the names. They just didn't perform today.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I'm sure. A lot of post-mortems, but
Frankie Sheridan has had these before, and James Staunton, and they'll be back recruiting heavy again next year. They're not going to give up on this.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think the Pierces, if they play like that, they'll give the North American a right good run.
They will. That's great for them. And the way that their defence played, the way that they're transitioned into attack quickly was very impressive. And they've got pace and power in their side.
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted for David May. He's given a great service to the Pierces and to Sligo.
Yeah, good to see him. And so we'll.
Pat Morrissey is out there.
No, Pat will be
former midfielder for the Pierces.
Pat will be delirious as well.
Yeah.
So the players just assembling now for
the presentation. Fair play to the Parnells. They've stayed out on the field.
Yeah, they have, in fairness. I just got a text there from Eamon Crawford. I'd like to give a mention to Binny the Dip McGarry. He's watching in Dunloy. So big shout out to Binny and all the folk in Dunloy. I know Jerry Cunning is back there with TJ, his girlfriend. And I hope, Jerry, you're having a good time. I know you're due back next week. So enjoy it. And hello to all the Dunloy folk and all the Antrim folk that might be watching in. So hello to all.
Your man has arrived, Liam O'Brien.
Liam O'Brien is here. Fair play to him. Yeah. Yeah.
Dickie Keaton's girlfriend has come here.
Hello to Noel Dean as well. He just shot me a text there.
Dino.
So, and of course Tom Mack. Tom and Joni over there in Oak Lawn. Hello to Tom and Joni. Fair play to you. Always good crack, and all the Max McNamara's at home in Clare. Hello to all the Tones crew as well from 2018, the 2018 team. Big hello here from Chicago, and hope you're all listening in. Who's that? Connor Madden. So yeah, hello to Connor and. All the Cavan boys as well, and all the Tones lads.
We'll be back here, of course, John, in 2 weeks' time. But I want to give another shout out to the Eris Coast Hotel in Gisala. So if anybody wants to stay there, it's reservations at the eriscoast.ie or 097 30010. We'll be giving it more publicity in 2 weeks' time.
There is Jack Bambrick now accepting the cup.
Jack Bambrick and the goalkeeper is going to launch.
Cormac Sutton. Yeah, there'll be big celebrations down in the north side tonight, I'm sure.
Yes,
downtown.
Yes, they will.
Wherever they're heading for, maybe the Kerrymen, I'm not sure. But there'll certainly be lots of celebrations over the next few days. So, it was very entertaining days of football. Started off rocky enough with the weather, but thank God it came right for us in the end, and we got actually a nice day for football in the end. The pitch held up really well, one section of it, as we said, but otherwise in good shape. Hello as well to Timmy Lawless, I know is at the game here. I think he's listening in. Timmy and Mo and Connor and Ava and all the Lawlesses, Pat and Noreen back home and all the sisters and everything. So out there in Lochray. So hello to everyone. I know, worse than Barry McGuigan, says Nicky. Oh, Jesus. Jerry Shelley, me old county man, me townie from home. Hello to Jerry. And also Paddy Gallagher, Paddy from Swinford. Hello to all the Mayo boys there in Lanigan's as well. And yeah, didn't forget you, Jerry.
So we'll say hello to all at my favourite bar, the Innisfree in Ballintoher. Hopefully Porrick and Deirdre and all the gang are looking at this, and hopefully you enjoyed the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, great old spot. So Gooch Connolly as well, working hard and listening downtown. Come on, Gooch. Hope you're enjoying it, and hope you enjoyed the commentary on the football. Hopefully you got a couple of laughs and a bit of crack. And Martin Morrissey, yeah. Hello to Martin and the family. Proud Galway man, was at home for the All-Ireland there a week or two ago. Unfortunately, Galway just did come up a bit short. But yeah, hello to Martin. So that's it, Scruffy.
That's it. We'll be back here Saturday week with the North Americans.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone will tune in again.
Absolutely. Hopefully it'll be great football. Teams from all over the country coming in, so hopefully it'll be entertaining, fair, and we'll be here for the Saturday and the Sunday. So hopefully everybody will tune in, and if you keep an eye on the website, you'll see the schedule.
Hopefully the Chicago teams will bring home some of the cups.
Hopefully, yeah. As you said, the Pierces would form like that, they'll go close.
Our thanks to Mary and Annie for all the help they've given.
Thanks to Mary and Annie is right. They've been fantastic, as always, wonderful. And
they're probably going to look for a new contract after this.
And they deserve one. They've
at least a year's free drinking or something.
They've given us great service here. They've treated us. We're spoiled. We're like children here. And I see one of the finest ladies on the south side, Laurie DeLivio. Laurie, Nicky's girlfriend. Oh my God!
I have to ask.
She has to be a saint.
I know. I have to ask Laurie. Laurie, did you know him when he got off the plane? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Did you still know him?
His shoes, probably. Yeah, that's Nicky. That's Nicky's girlfriend, Laurie. She's a beautiful lady, yes, great character, great woman, and a woman of infinite patience.
We were living with her while you were sick.
Yeah. Shout out to Brian McNamara as well. He's listening in. So hello to Brian, and all the family there.
Hello to John Murphy in Castlereagh. Hopefully John is looking at the game.
Yeah, and another shout out to Tommy Glynn and Bernie. Fair play when I was at home there. Bernie cooked me breakfast. Jeez, it kept me going for about 3 days. I was able to drink for 3 days, Bernie. Fair play to you. Rashers, sausages, eggs, everything. There was a heap of stuff on the plate. I even ate Nicky's as well when he wasn't looking. So hello to Tom and Bernie. Hello to Kevin, Chris, Fiona, all the Glyns back there. Ellie, how ye cared for this fella, I don't know. Oh, Lord save us. But anyways, I think we've covered everything, Scruffy, and everybody.
It's time to say good night.
It's time to say good night. Thanks for listening in. We'll say hello to all our supporters in China. And the 2 electric fans someplace around here. So anyway, we'll say good night. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Slán agus Bannacht.